People don't simply disappear. At least, that is what most of us believe. We live in a world filled with cameras, phones, satellites, and digital records. Every movement leaves a trace. Every action creates data. And yet, every year, thousands of people vanish without leaving behind a single clear answer. No final message, no confirmed witness, no body. Just absence. Across different countries and decades, investigators have documented disappearances so complete that they defy logic. Cars are found abandoned on empty roads. Personal belongings remain untouched. Homes are left exactly as they were, as if the person planned to return moments later. What makes these cases especially disturbing is how ordinary they begin. A short drive, a routine walk, a familiar road. Nothing unusual, nothing threatening. Then suddenly, the person is gone. Families are left in a state of permanent uncertainty. Without proof of death, hope never fully disappears. Years pass, and unanswered questions remain frozen in time. Detectives move on, files gather dust, but the mystery never truly ends. Some disappearances are blamed on accidents, others are labeled as crimes, and in rare cases, explanations grow darker and more unsettling. But in many of these stories, no theory fits perfectly. Evidence is missing. Timelines break down. Logic collapses. Today, we explore real cases of people who vanished without a trace. These are not myths or internet legends. They are documented events that continue to puzzle investigators and haunt those left behind. As you listen, consider this carefully. Each of these people woke up expecting a normal day. None of them knew they would disappear from history. And by the end of this video, you may find yourself asking the same question that experts still ask today. How can someone vanish completely in a modern world that never stops watching? In December of 1900, 3 men were stationed at a lighthouse on the Flannan Isles, a remote group of rocky islands off the coast of Scotland. Their names were Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur. Their job was simple but isolated. They maintained the lighthouse, recorded weather conditions, and ensured the light never went out. Contact with the mainland was rare, and storms frequently battered the island. When a relief ship arrived on December 26th, something was immediately wrong. No one came to greet the ship. The lighthouse light was off. After landing, the crew searched the island. The lighthouse door was locked. Inside, meals were left unfinished. Chairs were overturned. Clocks had stopped. But the 3 men were nowhere to be found. There were no signs of a struggle, no blood, no damage to the structure. A logbook entry described violent storms and extreme winds that allegedly struck the island days earlier. One entry even mentioned one of the men crying from fear. But official weather records showed no storm severe enough to match the descriptions. Search teams combed the surrounding waters and cliffs. No bodies were recovered. No personal items were found in the sea. One theory suggests a massive wave swept the men away while they were securing equipment. Another claims one man fell into the water and the others attempted a rescue. But there is a problem with every explanation. Why was the door locked? Why were coats missing but boots left behind? Why did the logbook describe weather conditions that never officially occurred? More than a century later, the disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers remains unsolved. Their lighthouse still stands, silent testimony to one of the most chilling vanishings in recorded history. In May 2008, Brandon Swanson was driving home after attending a graduation party in rural Minnesota. Late at night, his car slid into a ditch. He was uninjured and called his parents for help. Brandon believed he knew his location. His parents drove out to find him while staying on the phone with their son.
For over 40 minutes, they listened as Brandon walked along dark roads and open fields. He described fences, gravel paths, and distant lights. His parents could hear the sound of his footsteps through the phone. At one point, Brandon insisted he saw the lights of a nearby town, but his parents, who were driving in that direction, could not find him. Then, suddenly, Brandon shouted a curse word. The call ended. His parents tried calling back immediately. No answer. Search teams were dispatched at first light. Dogs tracked Brandon's scent for miles, then lost it near a river. Extensive searches followed. Helicopters, volunteers, divers. Nothing was found. No phone, no clothing, no body. Investigators believe Brandon may have fallen into water, but no physical evidence supports this theory. His remains were never recovered. What makes this case especially unsettling is the phone call itself. Brandon was not panicked. He was calm. He believed help was coming. Then, in an instant, he vanished. To this day, his disappearance remains unexplained.
In February 2004, Maura Murray crashed her car on a rural road in New Hampshire. Witnesses stopped to help. She declined assistance and said help was already on the way. Minutes later, police arrived. Maura was gone. Her car was still there, her belongings remained inside, but there was no sign of where she went. Search dogs traced her scent for a short distance before losing it. No footprints led into the woods. No confirmed sightings followed. The case attracted national attention. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some believe she ran away. Others suspect foul play. A few suggest she succumbed to the elements nearby. But no explanation accounts for how quickly she disappeared. Despite FBI involvement and years of investigation, Maura Murray has never been found. Her case remains one of the most discussed missing person mysteries in modern history. On Christmas Eve in 1945, a fire destroyed the Sauter family home in West Virginia. 5 of the children were believed to have died in the blaze. But investigators made a disturbing discovery. No remains were found. No bones, no teeth, no trace that the children were ever inside the house during the fire. Witnesses later reported seeing children matching their descriptions in nearby towns and even other states. Years later, the family received a photograph of a grown man who looked remarkably similar to one of the missing children. Despite decades of searching, the fate of the Sauter children remains unknown. In 1937, aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart disappeared while attempting to fly around the world. Despite one of the largest search efforts in history, no confirmed wreckage was ever found. Radio signals believed to be from Amelia were reported days after her disappearance, suggesting she may have survived longer than officially recorded. Modern expeditions continue to search for answers, but her fate remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. These cases remind us of a frightening truth. Disappearance does not always come with answers. Sometimes people do not leave behind clues. They do not leave behind conclusions. They simply vanish, taking their final moments with them. Families wait. Investigators search. The world moves forward, but the mystery remains. If stories like these make you question how much we truly understand about the world, this channel explores real unsolved mysteries every week. Subscribing means you won't miss future stories that challenge logic, evidence, and explanation. Now, tell us in the comments, which disappearance disturbed you the most, and why?